Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a bunch of different topics to go through, so make sure you're strapped in and let's get straight into it. We'll go straight in with the first topic, starting with Chelsea submit £42 million offer for Sevilla defender. Obviously you can see pictured here is Jules Kounde. Now I did a video the other day saying that about 50 million was going to be the fee that it would come to. I think 50 to 55 was what was mentioned in that video. Apparently Chelsea have submitted an offer of 42, so we know everything's agreed on the player side. There's an agreement basically with Sevilla saying that Chelsea, we're going to come and get him this year. We just need to get this price sorted out. And Chelsea have gone in at 42. If we say here, this is coming from a Spanish outlet, and it says that Sevilla do not want to rush the sale of Jules Kounde and will not accept less than 55 million. They also claim that Chelsea have submitted an offer of around 42 million in recent days, and this goes on to say that they believe Chelsea can agree around 50 million. Listen, it's not considering, you know, the amount of money that gets spent on transfers. 42 to 50, 8 million is nothing these days in football. And even if it goes further, it's an extra 13 million to get to their 55 million sort of range that Sevilla want. It's not going to matter. This is going to happen. We know it. But apparently Chelsea are going in a little low. We know we've got time to get this through. Obviously there's no football being played at the moment. If it was during like a January transfer window and we needed him, maybe obviously we'd be going in a little more. Okay, just give them the 50, 55 million that they want. Chelsea obviously going to try and knock some off this deal. If it ends up anywhere around 50, I still think that's a great deal for Jules Kounde. You guys should know my opinion by now if you've been around for long enough. Great player that's going to be here for a decade longer, assuming everything goes to plan, and will be, a great talent for the rest of his time at Chelsea. So we got a solid player coming in. He wants to be here, that's key. And for 42 million with the first offer, let's say it ends up at 50, absolutely fine by me. But it's good to see Chelsea have apparently submitted their bid, and now it's just going to be a case of edging that up closer to where Sevilla want it, and we can all be happy, and we can finally have Jules Kounde as a Chelsea player. Then the next topic we have is from Fabrizio Romano saying, Gabriel Senna, you guys might remember I mentioned him before, deal update. Chelsea are now really close to signing the talented goalkeeper. They're pushing after Real Madrid bid has been rejected. Talks are in progress with Chelsea to get a deal done soon. About €10 million fee expected by Chicago for the goalkeeper, known as Slonina. Now, there's a lot of clips going around on Twitter at the moment of him making an attempt at a save and just letting it through the middle of his hands, basically. All I'm going to say, we'll take a look at his stats. Obviously, 18-year-old goalkeeper, right-footed, very tall. Strengths are at running out, so he's good rushing out of the box. You'll see here, his last few appearances in the MLS, god-awful. Look at these ratings, right? So you initially are thinking, what the hell are Chelsea getting into here? 14 appearances, a save percentage of 58%, so nothing crazy impressive, and about 80% success when he comes running out of the box. Defending clean sheets, they've got 5 out of 14, so not the worst numbers in the world, but you can see these performance numbers really aren't showing very well. But you can see if we go further down to his average show score rating for the year, a 6.90. So being an 18-year-old goalkeeper starting in the MLS for Chicago, you can see he had some good months, didn't play for a couple months here, and then sort of continued the good form and has dipped over the last 2 months. So I wouldn't take any of these clips to heart. He's not coming in to be the replacement for Mendy or even Kepa. I don't believe. He'll probably be out on loan for a few years and then eventually come back to Chelsea and maybe play. But for now, we can send him out on loan, maybe back to the US, maybe to a different league, maybe lower down in England, who knows, in the Championship, something like that. And we can develop this guy, apparently a very talented goalkeeper. I personally don't know too much about him, so I can't speak on it. It is a bit interesting to see that he's valued at about 550k by this website. We're paying about 10 million euros, so it's a lot more than he's obviously worth based on this website's valuation. But you do have to remember that we're an English club coming in for someone who's apparently, I don't know myself, a very talented individual and will be a great prospect for the future. I mean, he's 18, keepers can go to the 40 odd. So it's not crazy to think that this guy maybe isn't great now, but has shown some good signs and some good development over the years. So ignore these sort of recent ratings that you can see on the right hand side and judge him, in 4 or 5 years time when Chelsea might actually be considering using him in the first team. So don't think too much into it right now, but he could be one of the first signings of the Todd Bowley transfer era, which will be interesting. Then this next topic is coming through the Express, so take it with a grain of salt, but it says Chelsea considering offering RubenLoftusCheek in Inter Milan swap deal proposal. It says that we want to sign Skriniar from Inter Milan, and the Blues would favour a swap deal to minimise the spending, with Loftus-Cheek being among those considered as makeway according to reports. Now this one's interesting, right? So Loftus-Cheek, obviously we know, has had up and down time at Chelsea, right? He's had moments where he was sort of looking to be a really talented player. Then he had that injury. Him and Callum had the similar injury that sort of kept them out for a very long time. He's definitely recovered better than Callum has, obviously, because Callum's barely getting a sniff at game time at Chelsea. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ruben at the moment, and I don't know if it's because, you know, he's an academy guy and I've got a soft spot for him. He probably isn't enough for Chelsea to be, you know, a starting player, don't get me wrong. But as a squad player, Ruben is very useful. And he's still not very old, you know, we've got a player here that could stay here for another decade or so at the club. And that wouldn't be anything crazy, so for me, if it means it's the only way that we get Skriniar, who obviously we need defensive improvements, so I could understand it, you know, happening. Like, we do need to improve in the defense, because we haven't got many defenders left. I can see it happening, but does it have to be Ruben Loftus-Cheek? I don't know why I have a soft spot for him. It's just his dribbling ability, his strength, his decision making probably could be improved, his finishing, his passing can be improved, but I don't know. For me, I would rather just see us go in for, you know, cash deals. We should have enough money coming through with the new ownership, selling a few of the players that are currently at the club. For me, it's just not one I'd like to see let go. I don't think he's going to be a, you know, a Salah, Kevin De Bruyne situation where we let him go and in 5-10 years he's a top talent. I don't think that'll be the case. I just think Ruben's a very useful squad player. You know, we've seen him playing a bit of wing back, central midfield, further forward as a sort of second in the cam role sort of area. He's very versatile. I'd like to keep him. I think I'll be in the minority on this one though, so let me know what you guys think. I think a lot of people will just say, get rid of Ruben, he's not good enough to be in a Chelsea title winning team. And I can understand that. And that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please sure leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future video. I do just also want to say we're getting very close towards 10,000 subscribers, which has been a bit of a milestone of mine recently. So thank you very much to anyone that's, you know, new around here, subscribing, all that good stuff, and for the regular viewers that have stuck around, watch the content, always like and always commenting. We're having a chat down there, so I really do appreciate all the support you've been showing. I'm going to leave you there. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.